Hi everybody, in this video we're going to look at conditional probability using contingency tables and quality control. The context is electronics manufacturing, where we compare manual inspection to AI-based inspection for detecting defects on printed circuit boards, known as PCBs. For each inspection type, our contingency table tells us how many defects were detected and how many defects were missed. So if a PCB is selected at random from all the inspected defective boards, the first thing we're going to find is the probability that the PCB was inspected using the AI-based system. To find this probability, we'll just take the total number inspected by the AI-based inspection, which is 574, and we'll divide by the total of 1064. When I round that to 3 decimal places, I get 0.539. Next, we're going to find the probability that the PCB had its defect correctly detected. So we'll look at the total number of defects detected, which is 980, and again divide by the total of 1064. Rounding to 3 decimal places gives me 0.921. For part C, we're finding the probability that the PCB was inspected using the AI-based system, given that the defect was detected. The numerator is 563. AI and defect detected. The denominator is 980. When we have the phrase given that, we're restricting the sample space down to the condition that was given, which in this case is the defect is detected. Our probability is 563 over 980, which is 0.574. In part D, we're looking for the probability that the defect was detected given that the PCB was inspected manually. 417 of the defect detected were from manual inspections. That becomes our numerator. Because we have the phrase given that, we know we have to change our denominator. This time, the given that says that the PCB was inspected manually. This says our denominator is from the total number of manual inspections, which is 490. Our probability is 417 over 490, which reduces to 0.851. Let's do a comparison where we look at the AI-based inspections. In part E, we're going to find the probability that the defect was detected given the PCB was inspected by AI. So we start with defect detected in AI, which is 563. Then we divide by the total number of AI inspections. 563 over 574 gives us 0.981. Looking at the conditional probabilities helps us compare the inspection methods. It shows us that the AI method was 98.1% accurate, while the manual inspection was only 85.1% accurate. As you continue to work with contingency tables and conditional probability, I want you to know this one key takeaway. Conditional probability always changes the denominator.